Well, good evening, Dumfries. Lovely to be here, but I must say quite disappointed as well. So every time I play a gig in a new town, I do a wee bit of research and always say nice to play in a town that's famous for 2 good cunts and then a fucking head case. But when I looked up, no head case ever came for Dumfries. It's all landowners, lairds, sportsmen, racing drivers, politicians. So see the next time I come, will you try and find a fucking serial killer or a BBC Kids TV presenter? And I don't think we Dumfries. So I'm usually quite a tolerant guy, but there's one thing that bugs the absolute shit out of me, that's young people. Young people are wee fannies. I've got to... Hello? Hello? Hello, that's better. Sorry about that, wee technical hitch there. Young people are wee fannies. That Greeting Thunberg, you know, you have stolen my childhood, you have stolen my freedom, how dare you? Well, Greeting, you and your wee Gen Zs, there's something you've stolen from my childhood, and it's Adidas Samba. Adidas Samba come in one fucking colour scheme, them black and white. They don't come in lime green and neon pink with big 2-inch fucking special soles. So how fucking dare you? But young people have changed life as we know it. They have bastardised the English language. Young people, I can't really see 2 young people here. Are any of you in a situationship? Have you heard of a situationship? That's basically just a guy's excuse to be shagging a lassie but not committing himself to her. A situationship. Back in my... I'm seeing her. I'm talking to her but I'm not seeing her. I'm seeing her, but I'm not going out with her. I'm going out with her, but she's not my girlfriend. Lot of shite. Back in my day, you went into Glasgow, into Fury Murray's, splash a pack or a ban, and that was you. If you struck out, you went up to the Savoy for the 2 o'clock bin rake. But no, young people have ruined it for us, and it's now dating apps and fucking filtered photos. Because if you dare to say to a woman at a bar, could I get you a drink, darling? Fucking handcuffs, and you're right on the nonce register. So now it's filtered photos and fucking dating apps. Swipe left, swipe right. It's the world's saddest game, a deal or no deal. And when the banker gives you an offer that you're finally going to take, that is not the fucking person that you are meeting because of the filtered photos. But what the young ones don't realise is, in our day, we also had artificial intelligence that changed our man's appearance, and it was called Thunderbird. So for those of you that don't know Thunderbird's an American bum wine. So think of a really bad Pinot Grigio, and then put a good fucking glug of Sillet Bang into it. It's the type of thing you wouldn't fucking give it to Jamie Foxx at a Tourette's awareness night. So as I say, the filter photos, I was married for 20 years, split up 5 years ago, thank fuck. So about 5 years ago I went on my first date in 25 years, thinking that I was going to meet Terry Hatcher from Desperate Housewives, but instead I actually met fucking Terry McCann from Minder. Now, a lot of people in this group are kind of my age group, which is great, and you actually know who Terry McCann from Minder is, but some of the younger ones don't, so I'll actually get this made to show you. There you go. Although you know who he is, I've got fucking more than my £5 for Timu. So these wee Gen Zs, they've fucked up life for us as we know it. I've got 2. My daughter is the poster child of Gen Z. If you looked up Gen Z in an encyclopedia, there would be my 6-foot-tall daughter with her big baggy jeans and her fucking 2-inch sole, lime green and pink Samba, and her emotional support water bottle. Yes, that's right, you heard me right. An emotional support water bottle. Back in the day, we get our emotional support from our parents. And we got a fucking clip down there when we needed it as well. Emotional support for them was a pat the back when you done good, but you didn't get a fucking participation medal. You had to try hard for everything you got. A fucking emotional support water bottle. We drank our water at the garden hose. and we ate a piece of sugar for our lunch during the school holidays. You remember a piece of sugar? And it was a piece in sugar. It wasn't fucking gluten-free bloomer and stevia. It was a fucking piece in sugar. That's what we ate. But no, now they're doing it for us. An emotional support water bottle. A bottle that you put fobs on, and you put stickers on, and you match it with your outfit. So ladies, I'll ask you, if it's so important to match your outfit with your emotional support water bottle, why don't you make the same principle to match your eyebrows with your hair? And that is another bastardisation of the English language, aesthetics. Aesthetics means visually pleasing. So what the fuck is visually pleasing? About a set of eyebrows that look as if they were selected for a game of Guess Who. You've all these wee lassies walking about looking constantly surprised. And their big Mick Jagger lips, and their fucking emotional support water bottles, and their Botox in the hedges. Know that botulism's a food poisoning. How fucking vain do you need to be to let someone inject food poisoning into your head? Big spam heads. Type of person who go to a £20 a head buffet and get charged 30 quid. So I live in Wishaw. Wishaw, we have an addiction problem in Wishaw, and that addiction really has led to a lot of morbidity, and that's an addiction to munchie boxes. Now near me, a wee community cabin shut down because the council pulled all the money, and it opened up as a Brazilian booty lift clinic. Well, what the fuck is that? So I looked it up, and it's they actually take fat for elsewhere in your body and stick it into your arse. Fucking lovely. So, as I say, in Wishaw there's a problem with munchie boxes. I'm actually one of the thinnest people in Wishaw. What size does that arse become? Well, what the fuck, I get there, what do you do? Do you put a pair of Oscar Pistorius running blades on your back and you're fucking walking about like a centaur? I don't know. And why is it Brazilian? So I get back in the day to me, Brazilian was that wee landing strap that a lady had at her front bum. Wee bit like Rolf Harris's goatee. That was another fucking, that was a naughty one as well. Rolf Harris. No, I knew it about Jimmy Savile and Dave Lee Travis, but we didn't expect it about Rolf Harris. And fucking blowing in his didgeridoo. What was his most famous songs? Two Little Boys. Jake the Peg with the extra leg. And clearly into bestiality as well. Or why the fuck else would he want his kangaroo tied down? Fucking emotional support. Fucking water bottles. Anyway, I managed to escape the dating and the filtered photos because I got engaged. I met the love of my life, Diane, and we got engaged earlier in the year. We're getting married in December. Hey. Thank you. And when we got engaged, we went into Glasgow. I know yous are quite posh, probably don't go into Glasgow too much. The Argyle Arcade, that's where all the jewellers are on Buchanan Street. So we went a walk down, and every couple of steps, so every city's the same. If you get any spare change, I'm cold, you can price a cup of tea, can you buy me something to eat? I said, Diane, will you fucking shut up and just look at engagement rings, thank you very much. It's important over both my 50s, but you need to keep dating, you need to keep your love life going. So Scott said he's not seen the Michael Jackson movie. We actually did, we went a wee date a month ago, saw the Michael Jackson movie. Quite ironic though, the sign comes up. The British Board of Film Classification, all children under the age of 12 must be accompanied by an adult. But they're not about fucking 35 years too late with that warning. Fucking emotional support water bottles. We're both losing weight. I've actually lost 5 stone, going the right direction for the wedding. Something I do now that I never ever did before is share food. We were sitting the other night, a cup of coffee, and I'm having a Kit Kat. I said, do you want half of that? No, I'm alright. I thought that's funny, first time I've ever known her to refuse a finger. You shot me a dirty bastard. I was talking about that chocolate, for God's sake. An emotional support water bottles. And these wee fannies, another bastardisation. Who's the heroes? Content creators and influencers. What do the influencer apart from how fucking high my blood pressure is getting right now? Or content creators, Content stuff. Create, make. What do content creators do? They make stuff. My hero was Hulk Hogan. For no other reason than we've all got an inner voice. That inner voice speaks to me in Hulk Hogan's voice. Say your prayers, brother. Eat your vitamins, brother. Vote for Donald Trump, brother. Very good. Usually get about that and you need to explain that democracy is another bastardisation of English language, but Dumfries is on board. Keep Dumfries great again. So anyway, wedding plans were going great, but who's fucking ruined the wedding plans again? Young people. Diane works with a couple of young girls that are getting married. Have you got your magician? No, we don't have our magician, because it's not a fucking 7-year-old's birthday party where they've been married. They'll get married. Have you got your box of flip-flops? No, you can bring your own fucking footwear, thank you very much. Have you got a box of toiletries for everyone? No. Because if you can't go through an evening reception without sweating like fucking Michael Barrymore at a pool party, then you can bring your own toiletries with you. Have you got a big game of Jenga? That's what they do, like a big fucking game of giant-sized Jenga while the bride and groom go and get their photographs taken. I don't know if that's symbolic, because sooner or later it's all going to come fucking crashing down anyway. However, it's all style and no substance. Except gender reveals. All these blue helicopters going by, floating parachute jumps with blue smoke and pink smoke. It's all style with no substance. And I'll leave you with this, because some things happen in your life that are really your defining moments. We didn't do gender reveals, because me and my ex-wife, when we had a 23-year-old poster child and 20-year-old prick, we had to go through fertility treatment. Well, my wife did. So we weren't caring whether it was a boy or a girl, but I'll never ever forget the day I came crashing through that door with a big lump in my throat and a tear in my eye, and I shouted, "It's a boy! It's a boy!" And that was the very moment I realised I'm never going back to Thailand on holiday again. I'll be thank you very much.